What's going on, everybody? This is SingleSniper here, bringing you a new episode of SingleSchool. I got a request from one of you to give a DragScope tutorial, so instead of just making one short video on just DragScoping, I thought I'd include the basics first. So basically, when you're first starting out as aggressive recon, you're going to have to learn how to use QuickScoping as a tool. One of the easier ways to do that is to become accustomed to a higher sensitivity. For those of you that aren't playing on something like at least 60, 70 plus, you're probably going to be struggling with that. I'd highly recommend bumping that sensitivity up because it's going to cause you to be able to move around, engage targets, and eventually drag scope with ease because you won't have to move your cursor as much. So, in a nutshell, the most important thing with being good at basically any class in the game is positioning. You can't always be in a high elevated position and head glitching the enemy. So, when you're playing aggressive recon, in terms of positioning anyway, if you're within 12.5 meters of your enemy when you see him, you'll actually have the advantage because you'll be able to get a one-shot kill on him, provided he's not wearing the defensive bird. So if you can move around the map imagining like a 12.5 meter line ahead of your soldier, when you're moving around walls and like turning corners, just make sure that line is always covered with a wall or some type of cover until you're ready to expose it to an enemy. Another good thing to always keep in mind is when you're moving around the battlefield, try to always keep your cursor held up chest level. Basically, what I mean by that is don't move around corners looking at the floor or looking at the sky. Just imagine at any moment there can be a soldier walking in front of you and your cursor should be just about, chest level. Just if you pull the trigger, there should be a higher chance it hit them in the chest versus the stomach. The head level kind of works for assault rifles, but since you're using a bolt action, you're easily tripling your chances of killing the person, provided they don't have defense perk if you just hold chest level. Alright, so now we're on test range. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys approximately what 12.5 meters looks like so you can kind of learn for yourself. You just take the little tugs like I have and you place it about 12.5 meters away from the enemy. So you kind of look there. It's just about the right spot you want to be. And if you just quick scope these guys from here, you can see they drop in one shot. But if I back up literally just one more foot, they no longer die in one shot. So this is one way that you can learn the proper distance to the target to get a one-shot kill. And I would not recommend quickscoping outside that range. Like if you're within 12.5 meters, it's all fair game. But if you're gonna back up any further, I don't recommend getting in the habit of quickscoping until you get proficient at sniping to the point where you feel confident quickscoping and drag scoping at long ranges. But until that time, just keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. When you're close, just quick scope from that range and just learn that distance. Alright guys, we're on test range again. I'm going to show you how to drag scope. I apologize, this used to be a live commentary clip here, but the audio got messed up, so I'm going to attempt to go back and commentate over it myself. What I'm doing here is I'm going to show you the easiest way to learn to drag scope is to use their body's full length to your advantage, because we're talking about aim assist here. You notice if you can picture like from their head to their toes, that's where the aim assist is going to be, consisting of. So I'm going up their body like this. That's the easiest way to drag, because if you're dragging up their body, it's going to slow down and you'll be able to stop on their head before you leave their body's aim assist. That's the easiest way, because you'll be using the maximum amount of aim assist to your advantage. Keep in mind, I'm sure this only works on console because I'm 90% sure PC does not have aim assist. But as you'll see, I'm dragging up to their head, and that's easy for me because I've been doing it so long. And it's easiest for you guys too to start learning this way, because it's just easy because you're dragging up their body using the aim assist for the entire time. Whereas if you drag downwards, you'd be just grazing their head for just a millisecond, and by the time the aim assist took effect, you'd probably already be on their chest or their stomach. So really, it's just best to drag upwards. Even a little bit diagonal, that's alright too, but refrain from doing this. Don't drag downwards like that, because that's just really a hard shot to make, and it's really not necessary. Alright guys, so we're getting back into the gameplay now. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some quick random tips with aggressive sniping. basically, if you're trying to get better aggressive sniping, one of the biggest things I can tell you to do is to find somebody to watch. Find an aggressive recon that you like their style. Like, find one that you can relate to, that you hope to be like one day. And watch them periodically. Just keep an eye on how they play. And as time goes on, your playstyle is going to reflect theirs, and you're going to see what they do, and you'll get better just by watching. That's how I got better. Personally, I learned with Zarcotics. I learned by watching him play on Twitch and all his YouTube videos. I've also looked at Dark Betrayed on PC. He's the one who inspired me to start my DragScoping. But really, one of the easiest ways to elevate your game is to play with and to watch people that are better than you. That's one of my most efficient ways I found to get better anyway. I try to be there as often as possible on Twitch for you guys, so I can, hopefully to some people, be a role model for aggressive sniping. I'm not perfect, but I do try my best to be a good role model. A lot of the times, like I said, once you get really good with DragScoping, you'll be taking unnecessary shots. Like him, I probably could have just hard scoped him. I could have hit him in the head easily. But once you get in the rhythm, guys, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Once you learn how to DragScope, you're definitely gonna understand. It just feels so good, just dragging people. It's just crazy, anyways. But yeah, you just keep practicing. It's a thing that's gonna take time to get good at, and don't forget, watching others is definitely one of the best ways to improve. You never want to believe for a minute that you're the best, because nobody is the best. If you believe you're the best, you are definitely not. You always have to strive to improve, especially with sniping. It's a constant battle of striving to get better, and no matter how good you may be, there's somebody out there that can always beat you, always. So you're never good enough. So that's pretty much it for that gameplay there. Just a bunch of random tips, like I said. I want you guys to get better aggressive recon. I'm here to help you every step of the way. That's pretty much it, though, for this video. I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you guys have a great one.